Good morning, Internet! This is the old fat dad. Let me show what I got for you today. Well, squirrel season is almost here, and I was poking around the old ammo shop and I found some ammo that I thought might be perfect for squirrel season. So let me show it to you. This is Winchester's Subsonic ammo, and it is a 42 grain bullet. Looks like it's going about 1,065 feet per second, and it has a hollow point on it. And it looks like it might be the perfect thing for hunting some squirrels. These bullets have quite a nice deep hollow point on them, and they're extra heavy, so maybe they'll give an extra heavy whack on our little squirrel buddies. Our tests are going to be the same as always. We'll test the 50-yard accuracy first, and then we'll bring it back to 25 yards and take a shot at our small game simulator, thick skin, meaty interior, our dog food, and then we'll shoot the ballistic modeling clay, try and recover a bullet out of there, and just see how well these guys expand. The accuracy test is going to be 3 sets of 5-round groups shot at 50 yards. Let's see how this Winchester ammo does. It's pretty hot out here, and my poor old camera shut off while we were recording those shots. But as you can see, I got a little chronograph data, and I got that one group. Let me pull down the paper, we'll bring it to the table and take a closer look. Here is a closer look at our target. 1, 2, 3, 4 groups with the Winchester ammo, and just as a reference, here is standard velocity. I shot a 5-shot group there too. And as you can see, these are all probably a little bit bigger than an inch. And I'll show the best Winchester group here and the worst Winchester group here. And as you can see, those are both 2 MOA sized groups at 50 yards. And in the middle there's our standard velocity, obviously a lot tighter than the 4 Winchester groups. So the accuracy, I would say, is pretty average. But average accuracy is good enough to get a headshot at 25 yards and probably good enough to get one at 50 yards. So let's see what would happen when we get that headshot. Let's set up the ballistic targets and find out. Alright, let's take a couple shots at our ballistic modeling clay, and then we will take a shot at the dog food. The small game simulator. And these shots will be at 25 yards. Okay, 2 good hits on the clay. Let's shoot that small game simulator. Ooh, that was a good hit. Let's go check it out. Alright, walking up here. We've got some pretty decent sized cavities in that clay. Looks like those Winchester bullets hit pretty hard. And over here we got our dog food. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. We can get a better view of what we did. And here is our small game simulator. That's where the bullet went in, and the expansion was actually really impressive for a subsonic hollow point. It really whacked this can good, blew the top off. We got a good amount of deformation as well, and out the back again you can tell that the bullet had expanded and was doing a good bit of damage on the way out as well. Very impressive. And I was taking a look at this block, getting ready to cut it open, and on the back side you can actually see a dimple there and a hole there where our little bullet came all the way through. This is about 8 inches of clay, and that is some pretty darn good penetration for a 22, especially subsonic, and a hollow point. Here's a look at the inside of that expansion cavity for the Winchester hollow point. Very nice initial expansion. Tapers off pretty quick like we expect out of a 22. Goes all the way to the back of the block. And here are the 2 recovered bullets. This is the one that got stopped in the block right at the end. Again, held together really good, but tons of expansion. And then here's the one that went all the way through. And we might be seeing a little bit of a more beat up bullet because it went all the way through and hit that little bit of bulletproof vest I had behind the block. But these are real good performers, I gotta say. Well, our Winchester ammo was definitely not the most accurate subsonic ammo in the world, but probably accurate enough to get a good shot on a squirrel at about 50 yards and under. As far as the bullet performance though, the hollow point was very impressive, especially for a subsonic bullet. It hit that small game simulator, the dog food can, blew it up really nicely, and in the ballistic modeling clay we saw a perfect expansion, really big expansion, way more than you usually get out of a subsonic bullet. At about 10 cents a round, it's definitely not the most cheap ammo out there, but if it's what's available in your area, I'd recommend giving it a shot for small game hunting, or even if you want to just make a pop can blow up real good. As always, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.